Hey folks, Chief with Crazy Faith here. It's a Tuesday night. It's February 9th, 2016. And it is, my goodness, it's late. Much later than usual. But I was blessed to do both Nisqually jails tonight for Bible study. So I kicked it over at the old jail I think I started off with 11 ladies. And then things came up and some of them needed to not be there. And I think I ended with 6 ladies at the very end. And then I jammed over to the new jail, and there were 9 young ladies there tonight. They asked if I would do the ladies over there, and I said, of course, anything, anytime. So I was blessed to have ladies at both jails, and we had a phenomenal night. There were some ladies that I knew from previous visits, and there were a bunch of new ladies. Well, testimonies. One of the young ladies at the old jail, she was just testifying about how good God is, and she had, kind of had a renewing of her relationship with God. So she was just sharing about that. At the new jail, one young lady, she was actually supposed to have court today, and before we came in for church, she was actually feeling pretty discouraged. And I just went in and just was initially just testifying about what Crazy Faith is about. And I said, my job is to provoke thought to you. And so just that statement alone provoked her thought. And she said, you know what? I was supposed to have court. They didn't let me out. Or she didn't have court. So she goes, so I didn't get out. And she goes, and I was feeling just not so good about things. And then I came here and you said just that statement, I'm here to provoke thought. And she was thinking in her head, I didn't want to come to this church thing and get shame, guilt, and condemnation just heaped on her. And she said just that statement alone is making a difference for her for the evening. So she was feeling delayed, but she is definitely not going to be denied. Let's see here. Sorry, it is cold out and my nose is running a bit. I rode to the jail and rode back, and it is a nice crisp night and foggy and cold, but I'm glad to be on the road. Well, I spit it from Matthew chapter 13, verse 14, or chapter 13, verse 44. So 1, 3, verse 4, 4. It says, the kingdom of heaven is like treasure. What I challenged them with tonight is, have you ever seen a movie where the treasure seekers just decided, you know what, we're looking for all this lost treasure, and then they open their front door and it's sitting right there? No, you haven't seen a movie like that, because that would be too quick. They need 2 hours for them to fumble around, and it's generally people have been looking for generations, so it's been a long search. Well, the kingdom of heaven is like treasure. You have to search for it, especially if you're reading in your Bible. Sometimes you're sitting there reading and you're like, I'm not getting anything out of this. Well, you're going to have to start looking for the treasure in the Bible. You're going to have to start looking for it, sifting through it, finding it. Also, you need to be reminded, you are the treasure. Yes, you watching. Yes, those ladies tonight in jail. They are the treasure. And guess what? Sometimes God sends a short, fat, tattooed half-breed to find the treasure and remind you that you're the treasure. And I've been looking and searching for a long time just to be able to share this with some of you out there. And I'm grateful that God lets me be a voice for him in that way. So the kingdom of heaven is like treasure. buried in a field. You have to search for it. Listen to this. The person that found, or that a person found the treasure and reburied it. Here's why. Because then because of the joy, they went and sold everything they had and bought the field, because there's more treasure out there. You know what? That's Jesus. Jesus died on the cross, was buried, and purchased all of the world because of that. Because there's treasure out there. You're the treasure. If you're sitting with someone, you're both the treasure. So share this with someone. There's more people that need to hear this. Prayer requests. One young lady is praying for restoration with her family. Another young lady was just praying that she gets the mental help that she's needing. She's very distraught, and she's been trying to work with people for a long time for mental health, and she's just not finding the help she's needing. Another young lady to be clean. I'm having faith with her. Crazy faith that she's going to be clean. Clean, clean, clean. Another young lady just to grow her faith in God. So I hope that we provoke some thought here, and I look forward to keeping you updated more and more. It's good to be back. We were in Montana for a week, and I'm glad to be, making these crazy videos for whoever's watching it out there. I love you. Have a great night.